I know I'm late. I'm sorry. Oh, what was that? I have no idea. Did you guys hear that? Nah. It was nothing, I'm sure. Anyway, hi, welcome to yet another late night live stream, super late edition, with me, your host, Deha. Hope you're doing well. Tonight, we are playing some more Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. It's the only game we play nowadays. I should find something different to, like, you know, add some spice to it, a little variety maybe. But I haven't found, like, the game yet, you know? The game I can really sink my teeth into, like, until the end of time. I feel like that's what I need. Maybe I should play Slay the Spire. Or Balatro. Alrighty, well, last time we ended in the middle of our little trial here. We got asked a question. What can I say about the state of that little compartment? Oh, what's up, Sandy? Hello. Good to see you. I'm glad to have you. Let's see. I didn't look. Yes, I didn't look inside. No, I did look inside. And it was not completely empty. There was like some stuff in there. So I guess I'll be honest, it wasn't completely empty. I really don't know if giving this answer is helping my cause as counsel for the defense. But as far as I remember, at least, when I first examined the compartment, I'm fairly certain there were a number of articles inside of it, yes. Oh, are you sure, Counsel? Ah, be whist! What are you saying now, you daft doll? I thought you were on my side here. Look, you're a small man. I'm sure you could fit. Just take off that hat and you'll be compacted. Just like that. What game are you playing? Your task is to defend the man in the stand. Why would you say something to compromise his position? I'm playing 5D chess here. You don't know what's going on. The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. As the advocate for the defense in this trial, I confess I'm still not entirely sure where I stand. But it seems to me that I should state what facts I do know as clearly and honestly as possible. Interesting. 'Tis not altogether pleasing, fella. You better not dock my pay, man. What was that, like 1,000 guineas you promised? I'm simply telling the truth, Mr. McGilded. Well, don't forget that you're supposed to be representing my best interests here, lad. Now then, a fella's memory is a curious thing, and not altogether reliable. No, the court must consider the facts. I think my mic is a little bit too, my gain is a little bit too high. Alright, hopefully that should be better. Let me know. Let me know if I'm still too loud. That there cubbyhole in the receipt is as empty as the devil's heart, so it is. Did you think perhaps it would be in your best interest now to admit you might have been mistaken? Was I wrong? I'm pretty sure there was like a thing in there. Why? Why do I feel like something's not right here? A little bit too quiet now? Okay. How about this? Maybe. Yes? No? Maybe I should reposition my mic. Alright. I think it should be good. I would like the jury to weigh in on this matter, I think. You want these guys' opinions? That compartment is designed to house equipment used to maintain the smooth running of the carriage. The skills rules state that omnibuses should be properly and fully equipped at all times. So it certainly wouldn't have been empty on the night in question. Beppo isn't that irresponsible? The money-lending leaser and the pick purse are lying. What the? You flipped so easily.
I can't believe I was nearly taken in. The stinking rich are always stinkers. Nothing but cowards, a lot of them.
What? Oh no.
It's a trick. Of course it's a trick.
No, we're fucked. What happened? Quite so. I must concur here. Another summation? I guess so. So soon after the last one, with calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time. Yes, but every time a different truth, it seems. My lord, I humbly exhibit the scales of justice. Clearly, a verdict of not guilty as at this time would be wholly inappropriate. I guess it's 3 versus 3 now. Thank you, counsel. Before we proceed any further, there is the matter of the outstanding cross-examination. Counsel for the defense, begin your questioning of the witness, please. Yes, my lord. What just happened? The whole balance of the trial just shifted, almost beyond recognition. At least we don't have to do that summation thing. The Reaper of the Bailey is at work, it would seem. The Reaper. Alrighty. What the girls saw. Snuck inside before they hooked up the horses.
Hold it!
So, you were already in the omnibus before it even set off on its run? Well, yeah, I mean, what's the point of spending a joey to make a few bob, eh? That's a rum idea, innit? I suppose she means there's no point spending money to make money. It actually makes sense. Counsel, may I remind you that this girl is a petty thief. Kindly refrain from entertaining her tenants.
Well, that does clear up the little mystery of the fares and all. 4 paying passengers at 5 pence apiece, making the 20 to which the cabman testified. And 1 little scapegrace riding for free. But a conk of a driver always goes for some grub before his last run, see? That's when I slipped into the carriage and get myself in under the seat. Nice and easy, right? Your hiding place is a storage compartment. Full of equipment for the coach, no? Yeah, there's brushes and buckets and whatnot in there, sure. I always chuck all that out and cram it in a corner somewhere. No one ever seems to bother much. And yet, according to the report filed by the police officer who first arrived at the scene, the compartment was full of such paraphernalia. Well, I don't know nothing about that. Like I said, I moved all that stuff out so I could hide under the seat. That's all I can tell you. Seems we've reached the end of that line of inquiry. Continue. I like Gina. Hold it!
She's a little cutie patootie. Waste of time, why is that?
Oh, most nights I'm on my own, and the God permit at least some of the time.
I beg your pardon? Did you say God permit?
Oh yeah, well, that's what my kind call it. You would say the omnibus, I suppose. The point is, any normal run, the carriage ain't got no one in it for a while.
And that's when you come out of your hiding place and get away.
That's it. Only that night. This code was set on me from the start. And he didn't budge the whole way, did he? Not 1 inch. I was totally stuck.
Did you mean to tell us that you were present in the carriage for the duration? You were under the seat the entire time while events unfolded in the enclosed cabin.
Yeah. Right, mister? To be sure. I was shocked as anyone. You don't expect to lift the cushion you've been sat on and find a child now, do you?
So this Miss Lestrade couldn't possibly be the culprit then. I wonder if she was able to breathe in there. I mean, clearly she's alive now, but like, damn. Those things are not designed to have people inside them.
Hold it!
So you couldn't see out into the cabin at all?
Not a jot. Most days I push the cushion up with me, Ed, and look out the crack. And I can have a butcher's eye.
Ooh, I'm gonna fiddle. Man, this like old-timey British slang is throwing me for a loop. I thought you were a pickpocket, not a butcher.
I mean, I can have a look. The seat I can get under ain't as plush as the other one, see? So most of the time, the passengers plant themselves opposite. But for some reason, that night, the Irishman spent the whole journey right over me head.
For that reason, you weren't able to push the cushion up to peek out. I see.
Truth is, I ain't too happy in small dark places. Feels too much like being thrown in a clink. It's the only place to hide in them carriages, so it's Obson's choice.
Obson's? Why didn't she just stick to picking people's pockets in the open then? I'd say there's some reason that she's not letting on, judging from her demeanor.
So anyways, I was a bit scared, but I had to just stick it out from under there. Nothing else for it.
This loud bang. Bang. Not a stabbing sound, but a bang.
Hold it!
When you say a loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor?
Could have been, I suppose. I don't remember so well. Point is, it made me jump.
And you let out a scream involuntarily.
That's right. And then I felt the cushion over me head get light all of a sudden.
Presumably when the defendant got up in order to help the victim, yes. Or not. It would equally have been the moment the accused stood in order to stab his victim, could it not? Well, girl, did you see what happened at that crucial moment?
Yeah, I saw it. What? I pushed up the curtain and had a quick butcher's while I had the chance, didn't I? The Irishman was sitting up the bloke. What had fallen on the floor on the seat opposite. That matches Mr. McGilder's account, of course. But then, the fella suddenly turns around and looks at me. I sunk back down again, but it was too late by then. I should have never risked looking.
Hold it! And when Mr. McGilder discovered you, he pulled you out from under your hiding place.
I was scared stiff, I was. He dragged me out and sat me down on the seat and all.
Next to the victim, Mr. Mason?
Yeah, the bloke had a knife in his guts. He was still bleeding. And the carriage lurched a bit and he ended up falling onto me.
Oh.
How awful. Both me hands got covered in blood. It made me feel sick as a dog.
Ah, so that's who the people above saw. They saw Gina with her hands covered in blood. Both her hands covered in blood. That must be what the rooftop passenger saw. After that, I believe you talked to Mr. McGilded for a while. Is that correct?
He asked me some stuff. Wanted to know me name and what I was up to and that. Then I heard something from up above. Someone screamed.
Yes, Mr. First on the roof deck, one would presume.
Well, I didn't want no one see me face, so I didn't look up. Then the horses were drawn up smartish, and this here Irishman says to me, "Get back under the seat. I'll see that you can get away later." All 6 members of the jury had decided the defendant was innocent.
In one brief shining moment, yes.
It's clear that they all are still very unsure. We could just find some conclusive piece of evidence among this new testimony. I'm sure we could clinch the verdict we want.
Yes, I think you're right. I have this niggling feeling something's bothering me. I just can't quite put my finger on it. It's pitch in there. Let's look through our evidence, shall we? Alright, so no. Let's see here. Stabbed once in the abdomen with a knife whilst journeying in omnibus. Died due to internal hemorrhaging resulting from the trauma. Snuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses. Alright, so it's definitely not this line. Waste of time, nothing to show. Okay, probably not here. Can't see a thing in that place, it's pitch in there. I want to check the omnibus again. Let's go inside. So there is blood on the floor. That's blood, isn't it? Something wrong? Oh, it's just, well, this bloodstain is so obvious, that's all. And yet Van Zieks has made no mention of it. I suppose that does seem a little strange. Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? Bad feeling about this? Why would there be blood on the floor? Only wide enough just for 2 gentlemen to sit side by side. Of course, an English gentlewoman would be dressed in such finery, it would be quite impossible for her to climb up to the roof deck, so she would have to be seated in here. A woman in a kimono would have the same problem. Women's clothes are very impractical, aren't they? Man. Feel bad for all the ladies who have to live without nearly as many pockets I can have. Well, it does look empty, I suppose. I swear there was something in here. Something doesn't seem right here. I can't put my finger on what it is. Huh? Something doesn't seem right here. Yeah, I could have sworn there was like... there was stuff in here. What is going on? Even Naruhodo says it. Why is it different now? Well, let's leave. Can we enter through this door? Can't find anything out of place. Something change all of a sudden? Have I checked the blood on the floor? I have. But I don't know the significance of that necessarily. Waste of time, nothing to show. Can't see a thing in that place. It's pitch and there. Heard this bang nearly jumped out of your skin. It's definitely not this. Not this. It's highly likely that it's the omnibus. But I don't know what exactly is wrong with it. Right old waste of time. Got nothing to show. Is that true? If the compartment is empty now, then maybe you took the stuff. I don't know. We'll try this. You say you have nothing to show, but I disagree. No. What implications, Council? Nothing strikes me about it. Exactly. There's nothing striking about it. What does strike me is your propensity for the innate, however. Oof. Maybe it's the statement? I mean, I'd have to check the damn thing in here again. I feel like this blood stain on the floor wasn't here before either. Totally empty. There's blood here. This one's tough. If I try checking the roof, I could check the roof again. I wasn't really sure if there was anything significant from there. There's a lamp in the enclosed cabin, so I'm sure the witness would have been able to see quite clearly. It's not good for us. Nothing about the roof strikes me as odd. What are they going for here? Yeah, this one is tough. Like, nothing Gina is saying immediately strikes me as wrong. Like, this is probably correct. Maybe this is wrong. Like, maybe you actually stole something, but I don't know. Nothing to show for your troubles. I mean, the guy is missing a button, but why would you steal a random button off of some poor dude? You know? Maybe it's that? Like, one thing you could possibly steal? Can't see a thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. I mean, I agree. I suppose, with the current state of the cabinet. Swell found you. Did help me get away, mind. You know, maybe my button thing... Maybe it's onto something. Maybe the coin she's flipping around is actually the button. We'll try that.
Objection.
No. Clearly something odd here indeed. Your behavior, Council. Oh, haha. Please, don't mind me. Oof. Oh no. Why is this one so hard? Check the rooftop window from inside. Yeah, but she's not really talking about anything about the, she's not talking about what the other people saw, right? She's just talking about her own experience. Yeah, it sure is a window. Maybe this sign? I don't know. You don't remember solving this? I don't know how you're supposed to solve it at all. Usually mysteries aren't this complicated. Well, it opens and closes pretty easily. Doesn't seem like there's any way for light to enter. If you open it, what happens? What changes? Is there like a secret mechanism? What if I like leave? No, it closes automatically if I try to leave. What the fuck is going on here? Where's Herlock Sholmes when you need him? I can't believe I'm saying that I actually need this guy here right now. There's no handle on this couch. Nope, another sneeze coming. Ugh, what is... Herlock has good observations. The conclusion that's off. You do have a point. Maybe he is useless after all. What the fuck am I supposed to do here, man? Okay, the things that seem odd about this cabin is that there's both blood on the floor and the seat. And it opens and there's nothing inside, even though I distinctly remember there being stuff inside before. So the question is, why is it different now? Well, my first theory was that Gina took some stuff. But I presented both the omnibus and this photograph. Got nothing. Let's try pressing again. Waste of time. Maybe the gloves? Well, she did say she got blood on both of her hands, right? You hear this bang. Maybe it's the bang that's the problem. See, I don't really think that there's a problem with this because the guy could have been stabbed once, right? And he fell to the floor. That's why there's blood on the floor. And then he had to be set up by McGilded. So that's how he got into this position. And that's how there's blood on the seat. So what exactly is the problem here? I don't know. What am I trying to prove? I don't know. Folks, I am stumped. I mean, I could try going for this, but I don't think it'll work. I guess I'll try.
Objection.
No. I can't just keep trying. Like, there has to be a reason behind whatever I present. Something's bothering you, you say. So they usually give hints at the end of if you try to loop the cross-examination, right? So he's saying something's bothering him, and the only thing that he explicitly said was bothering him was the stuff we inspected inside the carriage. But I don't know what, like, I don't know what about the carriage would be contradictory to one of her statements, you know? Can't see. Maybe it is this. I don't know. Maybe she was able to see somehow? But I doubt it. We already inspected the little cubby. Am I cooked?
Objection!
I might be cooked. We're at one life now. Guess we'll try pressing again? I don't know.
Hold it!
Couldn't see out into the cabin at all. No jot. Everything's the same. What?
No.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What? What? Why is this new?
Excuse me.
Excuse me? Something wrong, Mr. Maygold. Oh, I do apologize. Was there something the matter, Council? I'm just wondering if Miss Lestrade's last comment made something occur to you, perhaps. Why wasn't it there the first time I pressed? Do I have to press twice for every statement now? You seem to be thinking something yourself. Oh, no, it was nothing important. I was feeling bad for the poor lass is all. I remember feeling desperate myself as a young lad, shut up in the dark. It was terrifying, so it was. I see. Yes, I'm sure we can all sympathize. Yes, I'm still scared of the dark now.
Aye, and I don't know about yourself, but I find that the darkness seems to make everything you hear seem that much louder as well. Yeah. I suppose it does. Maybe.
Miss Lestrade. Did you hear something that night? Anything? An unusual noise, perhaps? Yeah, I'm very glad we can move forward.
Nah, not really. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring.
Not bejeebers.
Bejabbers! There's no need to tell the whole world of me foibles, you little scamp.
Wait, no. You can say that, because now we can say that you heard him sleeping this whole time, meaning he can't be guilty.
What a pity. If only Miss Lestrade had heard something, it might have given us a little vital new clue.
Yes. What should we make of that last statement of hers? Well, we can just say it's profoundly important. Why not? It's the only thing we've got. My lord, I believe the statement just made by the witness is profoundly important. Profoundly important? But all she said was that she heard nothing. Yes, which is the profoundly important part. I'm almost sure of it. I'm almost sure that I understand the inner workings of your Eastern Mind Council. Nevertheless, my secret Asian secrets. Ooh, something something honor, something something ancestors. Mysticism. Miss Gina Lestrade, you will supplement your formal testimony by repeating that last statement, please.
What? Supplement? What are you on about? Don't give me all your fancy talk. I know what you're trying to do. Well, it won't work on me.
That's right, insult the judge. Always a good move. Why use big word when small word do trick? All you could hear was snoring.
Hold it!
So you were straining to hear what was happening the entire time, since the moment you hit it yourself.
Not exactly, no.
Sorry?
Well, there was no one in the cabin to start with. I could just push the cushion up and have a butcher's to see what was what. But then when I saw this swell getting on, it got me head down so he didn't notice me.
Mr. McGilden sat on the seat under which you were hiding, correct?
Yeah, but you Adam and Eve it, eh? What a mug.
Adam and Eve it? What do you mean Adam and Eve it? What's like the meaning behind this? Like fuck it? Like go fuck yourself? That's what I'm getting.
So then all I could do was listen. I was waiting to jump out of there as soon as I heard him leave, you see? Would he? Not likely. Even though we stopped here and there, I never heard the door open. So I just had to stay put and listen to him driving his pigs to the market. Snoring like an old dog he was.
Are there any conclusions we can draw from that, I wonder?
Well, it doesn't add up that he was sleeping the whole time and a man died.
Miss Lestrade, what you have just told the court is clearly at odds with the facts.
At
odds? Are you sure, man?
Absolutely.
It seems my learned Nipponese friend is not as dull-witted as I feared. So Van Zieks realized it too. My Nipponese brain really putting in work right now. Consul? I must insist that you bolster your claim with evidence, or some complicit party's name at the very least.
Yes, my lord.
I expect you to demonstrate this alleged contradiction to the court.
According to Miss Lestrade, while she was hiding in the omnibus that night, she heard nothing but the sound of Mr. McGilden snoring.
Think, Ryunosuke, think!
Oh, the double slap. Something else she should have heard. Short person, a piece of evidence, forget it. Is it a person? No. Because these guys saw Gina with her hands bloody. So that was after she left the secret compartment. Something she should have heard. I mean, she did say that she heard the bang and then she screamed.
So what's wrong with that? Straining your ears to work out what was going on, but all you could hear was snoring. Would it be McGilded? Or Mason? Wait, no. She should have heard Mason, right? Because Mason must have boarded at some point. She boarded. She hid herself away. Then she said she heard McGilded board, and he sat on top of her. Very well, my lord, allow me to elaborate. On a particular sound that Miss Lestrade could not have failed to hear on the night in question. Sound very clearly explained by the presence of the following person. Yeah, so how the fuck did you get here? Maybe the bang was the door, maybe. But the guy didn't even have footsteps. Was he thrown in the... Maybe he was thrown in the omnibus. Maybe he was already dead. The knife in him. He was just tossed in there. That would have woken him up, and he's like, "Oh shit! I gotta send him up in the chair," and that also scared the shit out of her. Okay, well, I'm just throwing shit at the wall here, you know. Like, obviously, the mystery is how you got in the omnibus in the first place, but we'll just see where this goes.
Take that!
Wow. I'm glad I figured that out on my own. I feel good about that. Thrice-fired Mason. Big brain, that's me. Yes, my lord. Sound that Miss Lestrade could not have failed to hear. Is that of the victim, Mr. Mason, boarding the omnibus? Order, order! Explain your reasoning, counsel. Miss Lestrade, allow me to confirm something. You claimed earlier you were the first person on board the omnibus, is that correct? Yeah, of course I was. I got on while the driver was in the pub, didn't I? And the next person to board the omnibus was Mr. McGilded. That I was. Not a soul was in the cabin when I climbed aboard. At least, not in plain sight. So you were, to all intents and purposes, alone in the closed cabin of the omnibus at that time. Did I not just say as much? I wasn't traveling with anyone else, if that's what you mean. Yeah, I saw him get on, remember? Through the crack under the seat cushion. He was on his own, for sure. And from what we've heard, the carriage made a number of stops after that, on its onward journey. During which time, you did not hear the door opening or closing at all. Nah, I never heard it. That's exactly what I was listening for, weren't I? Waiting for this swell to leave. In which case, when and how did the victim end up in the carriage? Oh, we know that the victim collapsed inside the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Therefore, Miss Lestrade's statement about what she did or did not hear is at odds with the facts. Ah! Gina's hair is very, very, like, well-styled for a supposed street urchin. I just noticed. Yes, this petty thief's statement was clearly flawed. Lord Van Zeeks. Yes. He knew. He knew all too well that there was an inconsistency in Miss Lestrade's statement. It would seem words of thanks are in order for my learned friend. What are you talking about? You have demonstrated matters impeccably. This witness and her colorful statements are entirely unreliable. Her words are convenient untruths, nothing more. the way the maid just like pivoted 180. Incredible footwork. No, not the old lady. No, grandma. Oh, shit. She didn't even say anything. The silent killer. It's always the quiet ones.
I don't want to judge the dear little mite just because she has some rather naughty ways, but I must say, I can't abide liars.
Neither can I. Mr. Foreman, I don't want to judge the girl just because she has some less than salubrious ways, but I must say, I cannot abide liars. Dude, just admit you want to be out of this place as soon as possible. Chat, we're cooked.
Mr. Naruhodo, that's 5 jury members leaning towards guilty.
Oh, look, a new glass. Where the fuck did you get that one? To the considerable troubles you have spared me. Yes, very refreshing. Oh, this is the first time he actually drank it. Ah! Yu-Gi-Oh ass. Yu-Gi-Oh ass recoil.
What are you playing at? Have you forgotten who you're working for, you useless Eastern Amadam?
Damn, everyone's fucking racist now. Dude,
This is carnage. It's perfect.
dude, stop doing that, man. Juror number 2 is the only one left.
Mr. Naruhodo, the way this is going...
I know, if we can't find some new way to convince everyone Mr. McGilded's innocence, the judge will rule, and we'll have lost.
I very much wanted to believe the words of one of London's most respected gentlemen, but those of us in service know we must accept hard truths.
Hold it!
Oh yeah, just stop her. Yes, the witness's last statement seems to have revealed a critical inconsistency in her story. You got no right to say that. Yeah, man. I'm the one trying to save you here. Trust the process, all right? My secret Nipponese arts. I don't reveal them to anybody and everybody, all right? Trust the process. That is my ninja way. Or I guess way of the samurai, because I got, like, my sword. However, if we consider the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth, it may shed an entirely new light on this whole case. What are you saying?
Counsel? I'm sorry, sir? Whatever do you mean?
Do not slam your fist down, whatever you do. Wait, is there a thing that like only limits me to have a one summation examination, or can I can have as many as I want, you know? Come on, maid girl. You're my last hope.
Counsel, I will not tolerate you attempting to prorogue my adjudication. Explain yourself at once.
It's always been once at most, I see. When the accused boarded the omnibus on the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening a single time, as testified by the witness in the stand.
And yet the victim's body was found inside the carriage.
If this petty thief's words are to be believed, how do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus? He fell down there? There's only one way to explain how the victim came to be inside the carriage. He was in there already. There's another entrance. No, he was put there after he died. That's what I originally thought. Oh, this is risky. All right, you know what? I'm gonna save. Safety save. Not that it matters. Actually, I don't know what happens if you get a game over. Like, where do you get sent? You just sent back to the. Just get sent back to the question that you failed, or what? Obviously, the victim must have been placed in the carriage after he was killed.
Objection!
Okay, it seems I was right. Tell me, my learned friend, what was the function of that obviously in your last... What was the function of that obviously in your last sentence?
Well said, Lord Van Zeeks. He obviously is troubling me also.
No, that's really not the point. The point is that the victim must have been moved into the carriage afterwards. Then answer me this. How could a cadaver have been placed inside a moving carriage? Well, obviously,
I shall have to penalize the defense heavily for this.
Fuck. No! Well, we got to see what happens during this game over.
I've seen enough. According to the powers vested in by Her Majesty the Queen, I declare no further examination necessary.
Uh-huh. Oh, we get to see the whole jury, like, slam down their fists.
Guilty!
Guilty.
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 Guilty!
Guilty.
Yeah, we get to hear their voices.
I hereby find the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilty. McGilty.
Yep.
I thank the good ladies and gentlemen of the jury for their swift and insightful contemplation. That is all. The court is adjourned.
Well, we're fucked. Retry. From the scene. What do we get? Oh, it sends me back all the way here? Okay, well, I guess we can just go back to the question with 5 stocks in stock, you know what I'm saying? Probably better than loading that save with 1 life left. I'm surprised they actually gave these guys voice acting. Oh, we have to go all the way back here? Oh, I forgot that this shit happened too. Should I just load? I'm already too far in deep. I thought the question was a little closer than that. Okay, we can see him drinking fast forward. Oh yeah. Chug, chug, chug. Ah! Yep, Alright, maid girl. You're gonna lift your fists and then hold it. Yeah. Yeah, we're too in deep right now. I need my life resets. Okay. There's only one way to explain how the victim came to be inside the carriage. Well, if there's another entrance, he would have heard it. So maybe he was in there already. Clearly, he was in there already from beforehand.
Objection.
Tell me, my learned friend, what was the function of that? Clearly your last... Oh. This does not bode well. This is like the same as before. It's clearly troubling me also. To what specific time am I clearly, alright, well, third time's the charm, I guess. Judging from those Nipponese eyes, oh my god, you can't say that. There's another entrance? I mean, I couldn't find one in the carriage when I inspected it. That's why I was so hesitant to pick this one. I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna get in there? I already inspected everything in there. If the door wasn't opened even once, the only explanation is the victim entered the enclosed cabin some other way.
Objection.
I wondered what new fantasy you would come up with in your blind panic. But behold, the omnibus is here for all to see. Only one side of the enclosed cabin is furnished with a door. The other only has windows. Fixed windows which cannot possibly open. In short, there is no entrance to the cabin other than the door.
Objection.
But there could be. There's one possibility you haven't considered. Seriously? It's the skylight? I mean, that's the only other thing I could think of, right? But we inspected the skylight. You can't open it, can you? Wait. That's a latch. That's a fucking latch. Okay. Well, that changes things. Oh, really? Yes, one other way inside that isn't the door. Another opening, the use of which allowed the victim to appear inside the enclosed cabin. All right, counsel. The defense will identify the location for the court. What if he was killed beforehand and the real culprit opened the skylight just to plop him inside the omnibus? That would explain how he got on the floor and how the real culprit was nowhere to be found. In which case, my theory of the guy being dead beforehand would make sense. So why the fuck would they penalize me for that, huh? Well, we'll see. We'll see if I'm right. I feel like the loud bang would make sense if it was Mason, already dead, being just tossed on the floor, right? Well, it's obviously this.
Take that.
The answer is obvious. It could only have been the skylight. I say, the skylight?
Objection.
Your ludicrous proposal almost has me lost for words. However,
Objection.
the skylight may well be large enough for someone to pass through.
Objection.
So you claim. But do you have a shred of evidence to support your addle-brained theory?
Both Mr. McGilder and Miss Lestrade said the same in their testimonies. They each claimed to have heard a loud thud, such as the noise made by someone falling to the floor.
Yes, which has already been explained. It was the sound of the victim falling from his seat, having been assaulted with the dagger.
Yes, it has, but would a man slipping from the seat onto the floor really have made such a loud noise as the witness described? A noise loud enough to cause Miss Lestrade to let out an involuntary cry, in fact.
Good gracious.
Perhaps, in fact, that was the moment the victim made his entrance into the cabin. No, let me rephrase that. The victim didn't enter the cabin as such. He fell into it.
Objection!
I swear, if this is going to lead to the conclusion that the victim was already dead ahead of time, I am going to be pissed, because that was one of the answer choices that I got penalized for. Got a fucking game over for. I could have had it perfect. Well, not perfect. I got 4 penalties, but you know, a deathless run. And you ruined it. You're now suggesting that the victim fell from the skylight into the cabin. That's simply impossible. How can you be so sure? Because the victim had fallen inside the skylight, as you say. The passengers on the roof deck would have seen it happen. And yet, no one person made mention of such events in their testimony. Well, yes, that's true, but... Hold it. What do you have to say? Might a humble fella make a wee comment here? Mr. McGilder. To be sure now, 2 fellas who were sat on the roof that testified afore said nothing of the victim falling through the skylight. But it seems to me, my lord, that 'tis not so much a case of them not saying, but... Aye. 'Tis a case of them being unable to say. Unable to say? By who? What? I think perhaps the 2 fellas do be having something of a compelling reason not to mention what happened. Would yous not agree, fine ladies and gentlemen of the jury? Oh my goodness, surely not. Those 2 chaps on the roof.
They are the culprits? You mean the ones who stuck the knife in the man were...
Here they are.
Just what exactly are you insinuating here, you blitherer?
Oh, this is the new one. You rotter, he said. You rotter. What are you insinuating? This is the look of a man who's guilty. What the fuck is this?
This is a flaming outrage. I've got a good mind to give you a blinker in a minute.
Look, we have a good motive for you, at least. You... Actually, no. Wait, yes, you could pin the murder on McGilder to be free of your debt. That's like the second best thing you can do other than just kill the guy and get away with it, I suppose. He'll give you a shiner in a minute, he said, and so will I. Mr. Fairplay.
You're effectively accusing me, a city gentleman and well-respected banker.
And me, a very angry hatter.
Suggesting that someone like me could have stabbed the man in the guts. It's a disgrace. It's scandalous. It's... I protest. I protest in the strongest possible terms.
There you are. He's right here. He's like, I got you now. You conniving bastard. That's right. I protest too. About you rotten scoundrel.
Order, order, order! This is not the time, witnesses. I will not permit this wanton invasion of the stand. Return to the anteroom at once. But this is beyond reason, my lord. It's outrageous.
It's very hurtful, you know?
My lord, if I may comment.
Go ahead, Lord Vanzies. It was the defense that incited this outburst from the witnesses. My learned friend has seen it fit to abandon all protocol and accuse the witnesses without proof.
Accuse? I never intended to. It seems, young Nipponese, that your command of the English tongue is wanting. You propose this court that the victim fell through the skylight from the roof deck of the omnibus. That hypothesis cannot possibly stand without the rooftop passengers being aware of the events. You have branded these gentlemen liars. You have intimidated. Oh, you have intimated their criminal guilt. Sorry, it took me a second to process. I was like, initiated? No. Intimidated? No. In all British courts of law, wait, sorry, I did not catch you there. That is what is termed a baseless accusation. I know it was rash to put this idea forward without any actual evidence, but you can't just dismiss it without a second thought. You can't dismiss the way the fucking guy was galloping. Like, huh?
What are we wasting time for? Get to them. Testify.
I thought there was something fishy about that hat from the moment I laid eyes on the fellow. We have to see this through right now, one way or another.
This filth and rubbish in our midst, we must dispose of it at once. Testify. Testify. Yo, this is crazy.
What's happening, Mr. Naruhodo?
The spectators in the public gallery they're in a complete frenzy.
Mr. Fairplay, Mr. First?
Oh, my lord? Man, look at these fuckers.
You will take the stand again and make another formal testimony. In reference to the indictment brought by the defense.
Yes, my lord.
I didn't come here for this.
He's like, got you now. Got you now, fucker. There's no time to think this through. All I can do is keep pushing forward.
We weren't the only two people up on that roof deck, dead or alive, I can swear to that.
If anything had happened when we were sitting, don't you think one or the other of us would have noticed?
In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man.
The skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly have opened it.
You're so sure the victim fell through the skylight. Where's your proof? I must say that on listening to this testimony, it is somewhat hard to imagine. Either witness could have performed any malevolent act on this open rooftop deck without the other noticing forthwith.
They're both in on it, obviously.
That's right, you see.
We're innocent, I tell you.
Although logically, of course, the argument falls down if the two of you were in collusion with one another.
What?
Eh? According to the investigations by Scotland Yard. The two witnesses share no common dealings.
Ha! Well, I don't trust coppers any more than I trust the stinking rich.
I don't know why I gave him that voice for that one. Something doesn't feel right here. The trial is going on in our favor, really. So why do I feel so uneasy? That's a bad sign. Foreshadowing. Counsel of defense, please. Cross-examination. Yes, yes, yes. I gotcha.
Hold it!
So at no time did the victim, Mr. Mason, climb up to join you on the roof deck.
Absolutely not, Dickon.
Dickon?
No question about it, he said. Not at all. Oh, yes, of course. I remember seeing them both. I saw the victim inside the enclosed cabin talking with this man here.
Is this true, Mr. McGilded?
Dear me, my lord, at the risk of repeating myself, I boarded the omnibus alone and nodded off inside almost immediately.
That's an outright lie, without a doubt. You were engaged in...
Let me stop you there, fella, and ask, do you have any evidence at all? At all?
Ah,
It is all about evidence in the courts these days, so it is. You'd do well to remember that.
I saw you with my own eyes.
This is going so well.
Hold it!
Well, it was on the final run in the omnibus at past 10 o'clock in the evening. It certainly had been quite dark. Perhaps too dark to see clearly.
Is this some kind of a lark?
This is kind of a joke, he said. Is that what it is?
Perhaps one or the other of you fell asleep briefly.
Are you fair tickum, sir?
He's so mischievous. He's a silly little guy.
Are you serious, sir? That's what he said. It's impossible, I tell you.
What the fuck is that animation, man?
I'll give you the keys to the vault if you could also fall asleep in that bitter cold. If you did manage it, your eyelids would freeze shut and you'd never open them again.
That's extreme. Look, that is the face of a guilty man right there. Alright? I wouldn't have expected this guy to be the culprit, but here we are.
The Truejet would have unlocked it and let me in when I knocked. Oh, I'm dreadfully sorry about that, young fella. But you see, I was away with the fairies and I didn't hear you at all.
Oh, bro's trying to throw fisticuffs.
It's a lie. I saw you through the glass. You were talking to someone. Now, it was a cold night, so it was. People do be seeing things aren't real in the cold. It's hardly surprising. Seeing things? You... Don't take it personally now, lad. If I'm a suspect in this case, then 'tis only fair that you and the other fiend are too. Open and free competition is what capitalist society is all about.
This isn't a competition I should like to be involved in, really. Damn. In any case, neither of us know the first thing, do you? So, you'd never met Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason before?
Oh, no, not once, never.
Maybe you haven't, but maybe the other guy did. Maybe you both had something to gain from this, right? What if you wanted to free your debt, so you framed Mr. McGilded for murder? Maybe Mr. First over there wanted Mason dead.
Never met the man before, he said. Never.
And you, Mr. First, had no prior dealings with the victim either?
That's right, sir. I just don't have much to do with brickmakers, to be perfectly honest, sir.
That shuts that down. In different ways can I put this? Neither of us have the...
Well, no.
Well, now.
There you go.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Mr. McGilded. Mr. Mischievous Man. What do you have to say?
Yes, counsel, what can I be doing you for?
Did the witness's last statement give you pause for a thought somehow?
Not the remotest connection. Is that right now, I wonder?
What are you insinuating now?
Ah, Mr. Fairplay. It has been too long, so it has. If I'm not very much mistaken, I believe 'tis fast approaching, is it not? Your repayment date.
I beg your pardon?
You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir.
At an unconscionable rate of interest. You tricked me. It's an extortion.
You know, as much of a shitty guy the defendant is, he is pretty hilarious. He's a funny guy. I'll give him that. He's literally the spitting image of a comically evil capitalist, you know? But I'm rooting for you in this one case. I'll give you this one.
Well now, is that a touch of begrudgery, is it? The sort of begrudgery that might motivate a fella to pass his crimes off on another. And young Mr. First. Me, sir? What do you want with me, sir? You do me making hats for a living, do you not? But their top hat be sliding around your head. Is that one of your own creations, is it? Well, I'm still just an apprentice, you understand? I'm learning to find the perfect fit for whatever fine gent walks through the door.
Oh, so you're a shitty hat maker.
The perfect fit, is it? Well, it is a very distinctive design, so it is. My customers like it, I tell you. They like a distinctive touch. Customers, such as thrice-spied Mason.
Ah. Looky here.
That was a photographic print of the victim submitted as evidence of fraud, my lord.
Oh, this you mean? How does McGilda know everything? Maybe his brain is much larger than we thought. Maybe his head is like really tall under that hat of his.
I can't help thinking about what the poor fella's hat looks. Distinctly familiar, wouldn't you say?
It's hiding behind the hat. You know, that's what I'm saying. Look how much room is in there. Plenty of room for a big old noggin.
Oh. That's one of my hats. Aye, that it is. So it would seem the brickmaker was a customer of yours. The sort of customer, I'd wager, you could have a wee quarrel with over the distinctiveness of the goods. No, sir, absolutely not, sir. Well, there's really nothing more to add. It wouldn't be right to say that the two fellas here haven't the remotest connection to the victim, you see. I rest my case.
You little weasel.
It's better at this than I am.
Mr. McGilden has certainly been thorough in his research, hasn't he?
Look, his life's at stake here, alright?
Please don't let me little interruption hold up the proceedings.
Hold it!
Quite certain about that. Skylight was shut the entire time.
Gonna lose my block with you in a minute.
He's gonna lose his rack with you in a minute. That's what he said.
Do you have anything to say for yourself? Original.
It's shut. So it is, of course. A fella the size of Mr. Mason could likely break through it, still and all.
What?
Just look at the size of the thing, you understand.
Now you hold on a minute there, sir. The size of the ting means nothing. On its own, let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we?
Let's stop biting our cage, shall we?
I was riding the omnibus on another occasion when, well, I broke wind loudly. I shocked myself with it. As it happened,
You farted? This is an unexpected confession, Mr. First. What? What is going on? This fucking guy. He was saying he farted to the court.
Well, I just mean to say, well, the point is, I tried to open the skylight, you see. But just my luck, I couldn't make it budge. Stench was terrible. Everyone was looking daggers at me, sir. I went red as rouge, I did.
It's so out of pocket. It really is. I could not have expected that, like, line in a million years in one of these games. Are you expecting me to sentence you? Yes, public farting. Your sentence? Death. Skylight can't be open. I tried and tried when it...
That ain't.
Oh. That ain't. There we go.
Excuse me.
Gina has a nice voice. Do you have something to say about that, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade? It opens.
Skylight. That's what we're talking about, right?
Oh, yeah. Grenade out.
Oh, them skylights open dead easy.
More easily than you can load that weapon?
That's a lie, I tell you. Otherwise, when I broke wind, I... You can't do it from inside, you mug. Oh. Look, a few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck of one of them drags. And I had a great awe. I mean, I had bursts come out of my ears.
Miss Lestrade, this is not the forum to be eulogizing on the subject of your criminal activities.
Well, anyway, I had a bit of a scare. When I lifted the last bloke's purse, he got wise to me. All four of them surrounded me, so I couldn't up off the bus and leg it. So what I did was I used a skylight, opened the catch and jumped right through. What? Yeah, the catch for them skylights is on the top side. That's why you can't open them from the cabin. Skylight opens from the roof deck.
Bailiff, climb up onto the roof of the omnibus at once and verify the witness's claims.
There's that latch.
Oh, my hat!
Why are these guys acting surprised?
See?
Order, order, order! So it appears that the street bell statement is quite true.
I don't believe it. The skylight opens. For the roof deck. Mr. Naruhodo. This could be the clue we've been looking for.
Well, counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination.
So the skylight opens. Perhaps I should investigate for myself. Investigate for myself. Alright, well, let's check it out then. Skylight was fastened shut before. Alright, now let's look through. I can certainly see the carriage through this opening, that's for sure. Ah, there we go. blood. Oh, they don't notice it. The blood is so vibrant. It really is. I guess they really want you to see it, like, for sure. But yeah, it should be darker, right? I mean, it's all crusted up and dried.
Objection!
Damn, you say. As I look at you, Counsel, I see your trembling hand, your pallid expression, your... Wait, what? No, it had to have been right. I did present this, right? Wait, am I stupid? What did I do? The observation was for the chair, not the blood? Why would it be the chair? Alright, fine. Alright, well, it's definitely the last statement. Right? Or maybe it's this one. Shut the entire time. We couldn't possibly have opened it. Maybe it's just this statement.
Objection!
Nope. Maybe it's this one, because the victim's blood found on the skylight proves that there were at least 3 people up there. I don't know, man. This one is so random. Like, the presence of blood contradicts, like, basically everything you say. So how can there just be only one statement that's the right one to refute? I don't know, man.
Objection!
Yeah, that's really stupid. Observation was for the chair, not the blood, you say.
Hold it!
Proof. Demand to hear it. Plausible shicers? Shickers? What is this? As it stands at the moment. Yeah, it's the Ace Attorney classic. Like, oh, I know how this mystery plays out. Like, I even know what the culprit is. And then it's just like, oops, you have to do the exact right combo of evidence and statement. Even if other ones kind of work. One sec, folks.
There's no hard evidence that incriminates yourselves, now is there? I believe we're in much the same position as one another here. If I don't crack this case soon, he'll crack his teeth. Wow, I didn't get anything from that.
Hold it!
So, I presented the carriage on pretty much everything that kind of makes sense with the carriage, right? Well, what the fuck am I supposed to do now then?
Hold it!
What the fuck do I do? Maybe going inside will make the blood more noticeable? Maybe. Is it open? It is open. Okay, well, let's try then. It's so fucking bright, man. Does it, but very wide, doesn't it? Wide enough to kick someone like you through. Certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. Why someone like me? Ah, what is it? Look, just here. Look at this. It's without question. It's blood. Why would there be a blood stain here? Surely, it can't be unrelated to the case, can it? Oh my god, I have to update my evidence like that first. Why, man? Why? I could see it myself there. You can see it from the outside. That's so dumb. Now the question is, what statement should I be using this evidence on? Probably the last one, right? I mean, the guy just asked for evidence in the last one. I'm gonna save here too, because if I get this one wrong, I don't want to skip through all that again. Preferably.
Objection!
Thank goodness, man. Holy moly. On the night in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach. And immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are facts, and the irrefutable proof remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today in this very courtroom. Sorry about that. Man, it is late here. It's utter humbug. Damn. Can't say that. It's almost Christmas.
Just can't. I mean, we didn't do what I tell you. It's impossible.
Irrefutable proof. Here, in this courtroom. In this part of the country. Localized entirely within this courtroom. My lord, I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here, At this time of day, at this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen. Can I see it? No. Oh, I have to present it, not click on it. Right, those are very different things.
Got it!
Got it! By Jupiter, is that blood? All caps blood? This bloodstain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open. What? Secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening. So it follows. that Mr. McGilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime. No! Easy, not guilty. We win. Easy game, get fucked. I was like, what was that? Hold it. No, it's yours. But. It's a lot of butts, man. You'll be losing yours sometime soon. The blood could have sprayed up there when the fellow was stabbed inside the cabin. What do you mean sprayed up there? Holy shit.
And only found its way to that one particular spot in the skylight? Sure, and that would be very convenient. And let's keep it in mind that the skylight catch can only be unfastened from the roof deck. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I? But there's no way to know for certain, is there? The gent really fell through the skylight, you mean? Why don't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. First? It's all too plain, if you see. There's the aftermath that shows the poor fellow dropped from fair height right there, so it is. But it can't be. Lies!
My fellow jury members, I think we can all agree that this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence, can't we?
I believe we can, yes, sir. It's clear to me now where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom.
So they thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, did they? I won't tolerate any of the guild's carriages being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate it.
Oh, I always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful park couldn't have done such a thing.
On three, then. Everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Objection!
Oh no, what now? chilling performance, Mr. McGilded.
Oh, and what would you be referring to there now, Lord Van Zieks?
A blood stain on the frame of the skylight. Such evidence is null and void. Really? How? What? Why? For one extremely simple reason. Smear of blood never existed.
Objection!
What are you talking about? It's there for all to see. It was clearly blood.
Objection!
Personally attend Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went with the carriage with a fine-tooth comb. So I can state with absolute surety at least not until this trial began. But are you suggesting, Lord Van Zieks, the stain of blood was fabricated, my lord? Yes. And while this court has been in session. What? No wonder it looks so bright.
Hehehe, what a palaver. I must say I didn't expect such a crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standard, Lord Van Zieks.
Oh my god, McGilded, don't tell me you actually painted that shit. Sorry, I need to blow my nose again. Alright, yeah, we know you're a philanthropist. We know you want to fix your reputation somehow.
I don't take kindly to slander, and I'll fight it to the bitter end. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the Reaper of the Bailey.
Mr. McGilded, I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I'm well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature. You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts.
What? Adapt the facts? What does that even mean?
When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir.
Tut tut, Lord Van Zieks, this will not do, to be sure. Will it now, counsel?
Oh, no.
I think it's fair to say this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blood in the skylight didn't exist, you say? But if you will cast your mind back, is it not true that the omnibus there has been in the courtroom the entire time? How could anyone possibly have put a smear of blood in it without the world and his wife seeing?
Wonder how much longer we have left. true. The omnibus has been in full view. True. Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter, in your own words. As you wish. Someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial. If you're asking me, I think. We will answer this in the next one. It is approaching 1:30 a.m. for me. I need to hit the sack. I thought we'd be finishing this trial today, but man, looks like we have more left. Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm super tired. We'll get it done next time for sure. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for being here, Sandy. Company is appreciated. And thank you all, the rest of you, for watching. You can catch me live next time on Thursday night. The stream will be on the VOD channel for you to view at your convenience. So sub to that. And until next time, I wish you all a great rest of your night. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there and be well. Thanks, Sandy. You too. Yeah, this stream was something. I got my first game over. Fun stuff. A lot of weird stuff I had to do.